Hi, Peter Lalor from The Australian. We're here at Cricket Australia's summer launch. Most of the test players are here. Ricky Ponting, Michael Clarke, the Australian women's T20 World Cup Championship team, and a lot of the players from the States cricket as well. And there's a hell of a lot of cricket coming up. South Africa arrive very soon for the 3-test series, followed by Sri Lanka. In fact, in the next 15 months, the Australian test cricketers will play 20 test matches.
It's a really exciting 12 to 15 months ahead. One of the main focuses for this team right now is certainly South Africa, knowing they're the number one test team in the world, and I've made no bones about the Australian team getting back to being on top. There's no doubt that, unfortunately, in this game, you're not always at the top of your sport and injuries occur. So there's going to be opportunities through the next 12 to 15 months for guys to get an opportunity, and what we want in this team is guys to be performing at state level so they can walk straight into the Australian team, be full of confidence and hopefully perform.
Ricky, strange pre-season for you. Are you enjoying it? Do you think you'll hit the summer better than in previous years?
There'll be no excuses from me about how I hit the summer this year. There's certainly the test summer anyway. I mean, it's a different pre-season for me. The fact I've actually done a pre-season is a bit different for me anyway, but to be back around the Tasmanian setup for an extended period of time and possibility of playing 4 Shield games before the first test match coming around is almost unheard of. The last 4 months or even longer has been really solid. You know, I trained really hard in the gym, worked hard on my body and my fitness, and got that to a level that I was really happy with. And now the last 4 weeks has been back with Tasmania, really skills focused stuff.
You can compare your preparation with some of your teammates. They're over playing 2020 cricket at the moment. It won't stop until just right up to the test. Do you think your preparation's a better one?
Oh, there's no doubt that my preparation will be better than theirs. I mean, they're playing continuous cricket. They're playing cricket a lot, but they're playing a different format of the game than what we're going to be getting ready for in early November. So there's always challenges there with programming and workloads for players, and how we get that balance right. But I'm pretty sure Cricket Australia are starting to understand now that we need our best players in the best, probably physical shape more than anything else, physical and mental shape more than anything else. And the decision to bring Shane Watson home from the Champions League, I think, is a good one, and I think that'll have a really positive effect on him and our team.
Serious bowling talent, the South Africans, serious swing bowlers at great pace. Have you faced any of those three before?
No, I've never faced any of them, which has its advantages. I guess they've never seen me bat either. I've got a few different plans in place. I think my game suits fast bowling, and probably the faster it comes, the more it suits my game. I'm not a big, powerful player, so it comes off the bat a bit faster for me at the top of the order. So I'm looking forward to the challenge. Why not challenge yourself against the best attack in the world?
The South Africa-Australia series is going to be a good one. I think that both bowling attacks are on fire at the moment, so I think the batters are going to have quite a tough summer.
Vernon Flanders is a serious young talent, isn't he?
He is. He's been, everyone's asking where's he come from, but he's been the best 4-day bowler for the last 4 or 5 seasons in South Africa. So he's done the job for the Cobras back home. And talking about the Australian lineup, Pattinson and Siddle and Stark back in the Champions League in South Africa, they're probably just as good. So I think overall it's going to be 2 really good bowling attacks against each other.
You had a great summer last year, first summer in cricket. Have you been working on anything in the off-season, anything you want to bring to us in for the next test series?
I can't reveal all my secrets, I guess, but just really been nailing down my stock ball and really working hard on my routine and just really confident in my own skill set, so just really trying to nail down my stock ball.
There's a lot of talk in modern cricket about having another ball, a deuce thrower or a carom ball or something like that. Is that something you think about? Is that something you work on?
Oh, yeah, I've spoken about it, and it's good to have Johan Boter on board down at the South Australian Redback. So hopefully down the track, 4 or 5 years' time, I might have something up my sleeve. But at the moment, I'm just worried about my stock off spin, and we'll just keep going forward.
You've almost sort of come to cricket playing all 3 forms of the game. Do you find it easy to adapt from one form to the other?
Yeah, I think it gets easier now. I think especially with one-day cricket, the scores are going so much higher. It's almost, sometimes if you're batting at the end, it's almost like batting in a 2020 game. But I think, Test cricket's the one that, you've got to do so much work in to be a good player at that. I think that's why to play with players like Ricky Ponting and Michael Clarke and, Mike Hussey, they're players that have put so much work in. It's not by accident that they play for that long. They work unbelievably hard at their game.